Right, innit? Right. It's been a while since I've been on stage, so I'm just going to get straight into it and you will know where I'm going with this. These words are coming from a place of boiling anger. There's everlasting hurt in me. It's beyond crazy 400 years weren't enough, somewhat this shit lasting for eternity. They're unsaved, I promise. They intend to harass, arrest and beat us down. Knowing slavery is abolished, but a system set up to oppress and keep us down. Like we're the people of the damned. Tired. I brought a gun and 2 gas and those bullets were justified. I hit those 2 racist cops fired from the gun in Tupac's hand. I just watched a scene from Roots. Another black man killed in the street by the Ku Klux Klan. An evil deed done with pleasure, clearly enjoyed. Watching a dog set upon him gorge his groin. A sin of savageness. He looked just like Kunta Kinte, but his name was George Floyd. And this was Minneapolis, where a public lynching took place in front of the world's eyes. But can you imagine if it wasn't recorded, an official report reported full of told lies? Oh, we know the mud they fling. I feel strange knowing I have no vocals, but this pain makes me feel I can oddly sing. That officer is 44 now, so he was 14 when his predecessors viciously beat Rodney King. With precision strike aiming, he must have watched that tape for revision-like training. Say
that again!
He must have watched that tape for revision-like training. A good student who studied the style of truncheon wailing. One day hoping he do please. Appears he tweaked the technique using a limb as a more sadistic, crueler method seen of he no longer openly used trees. Where we were naked, taken and hung. Was that hatred in the making from young? Did it manifest over years, increasing behind badge and gun? Was it hereditary through relation, like a natural hate for our kind and creation? We want the rest of those races like him who hide inside those stations. Most of us know the reason why he was so calm and comfortable killing in front of the nation. Because in that very moment he was simply the overseer killing back on the plantation. Hell's in town. That's hate, innit? A choice of gory sick weapons held him down for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Gave him no pardon, heart he just pressed. That kneel's been at our necks before and since the days of Martin Garvey and X. The colour of my skin makes me too a George. With a neck I'm forced to smartly protect. So we increasingly distrust. I'm sick of these shackles, bondages and handcuffs. History shows they have an insatiable, disgusting appetite for shooting and choking us. Even with facts won't know they're wrong, clearly intended to keep slaughtering us until blacks turn it on. Expect some torture when we get our Nat Turner on. No more darkies whip. No more darkies whip. This black ass fight, run your army quick. It's due to be a black ass night when we start taking back on some Mugabe shit. We're rehousing, time we face this blackouts. Our forces mounting, we're out in force, of course we're shouting. We want to force dismantled or at least force all the racist ones back out to the Caucasus Mountains. Dress warm, take no coins, there's no wishing wells or fountains. Just cave dwellings for corrupt murderous fleas. Your hearts were never worn on sleeves. From the start we were made to mourn and forced to grieve and exist amongst that evil. Your time's up, we had a whiff, my black people. Time we rise up like Nazareth. Let them wear their shame as we make sure George Floyd never died in vain. I prayed his deceased mother came when she heard his cries for her as he cried in vain. He was dying too soon, only lived half his life. Prayers will be said over him by the pastor, right? Until then, mommy, comfort his soul through the transition to the afterlife. Back down here, bricks and stones are being hurled. And daddy changed the world. Those exact words came from you, little girl. I'm sure you were watching and heard what she was saying. I'm sure you were watching and heard what she was saying. People around the world are needing for you and praying for your soul. I prayed for you too, George. But this next prayer is for the cold. Contend, O Lord, with those who contend with me. A fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and buckler. Arise to my aid. A brandish spear and javelin against those who pursue me. And say to my soul, I am your salvation. Rest in peace, George Floyd, Tamir Rice, Philando Castile, Charles Brooks, Eric Gardner, Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Alton Sterling, Uvu Blair, Botham Jean, Alton Sterling, Freddie Gray, Tanisha Anderson, Christopher Older, Mark Duggan, Edson DaCosta, Smiley Culture, Michelle Charles, and the list continues. My name is M.Artz, thank you.